Stories from the cell. See, the thing about stories from the cell is deep. See, you be in the streets moving and grooving. You out here making your moves, you're doing your thing, whatever, right? So when you in the streets, you like, damn, first of all, you think you're not going to get caught. I'm not getting caught. I'm just going to be the smartest criminal because people did crime before me, but they're not smarter than me. So I'm going to do some crime and I'm going to get away with it. I'm going to get rich. I'm going to do my thing. Bang. Once you get knocked in your head and you go down the county, you go through that stuff. You got to go through preliminary here, all that stuff. You wind up going to trial, right? Then they knock you in your head. Send you upstate. Now you upstate. You went to trial. You feel as though it ain't a such thing as double jeopardy, but it seemed like it's double jeopardy because now, after you did 20, 15, 10 years, now you got to go to see the parole board and state your case all again. So me, myself, I'm not even going to front. I got caught with some cell phones when I was in there. That's when I first got introduced to technology because in 2014, I had some cell phones. I got caught with some cell phones in my cell and all that stuff. I had a little operation. I was doing my thing. But they wound up giving me...
Hold on, man. You got caught with some cell phones,
That's
bro.
it.
Fuck you mean I had a little operation.
He tried to make everything sound cool. You was locked up. Go ahead.
You was locked up. You had a fucking cell phone. You got caught.
No. I had some. It was more than that. But I'm not going to get into the grand scheme of things. But I will say this: once I got caught, no, check this out. I get caught. They give me a street charge and all that. Charge me again. Wind up getting a year inside of my whole sentence. They put another year on me, but it ran inside, concurring inside my sentence. So I didn't even. It didn't really matter. I go to the parole board now. The parole board, as soon as I go in there, I'm like, damn, I'm going. You go over there with your folder. You're like, yeah, I'm ready to go home. You got all your plans. You ready to tell this grand story of what you're going to do when you get out. I go over there to Fruits. I go down there, I'm ready to lay my plans down. He said, excuse me, yeah, Mr. Peebles, I see you've been in the system for a long time. You first got arrested at the age of 11. Could you educate us on that? I'm not even expecting this.
You got to talk about some shit from all the way back then.
I'm not even expecting. So when you when you're in the streets and you operate, you don't know it's so many different channels for you to make it back home. And just because you got a certain amount of time, you got 5 in Pennsylvania, you get a front time and a back time. 5 years, if you get a 5 to 10, 5 years the minimum time you got to do to go see the parole board, and 10 years is the maximum time you got to do. So if you come home, you got to walk that 5 years off on probation or whatsoever. But you still got to get permission to come home from the parole board. So now you'll be in there thinking anything cool, and they might tell you some shit like, oh, no, we don't like your attitude. We see you in another year. Come back again. Oh, no, you still ain't adjust your attitude. Because you got to go in there and say you done the crime even if you ain't do it. You got to, you don't want to accept responsibility? No, but I ain't shoot the cop. I was shooting the gun in the air and the cop was running. It could be what, they not trying to hear shit. And it's however the police report was. Right. You might really be telling the real story of what happened, and they be like, oh, no, you trying to manipulate the system. I'm trying to manipulate the system. That's not how it is written down there. I'm telling you what really happened. Just because the police documented it that way don't mean. So I done seen dudes get year hit, 18-month hit, and they was really like, I told a real story of what happened. Everything my whole day. They get an 18-month hit, whatever. So at the end of the day, when you out here, you got a lot of obstacles to go through to make it back out in the streets when you out here doing dumb shit. So at the end of the day, you got to really be mindful because it costs, listen, and I keep telling people, it costs too much to be a criminal. I try to stress that to people because your family going to be out of a lot of money and time fucking with the system. It costs too much to be a criminal, man. And that parole board, it ain't no joke. I was blessed to get a 9-month hit and come back. And after that 9-month hit, wind up going to see a parole board and they let me go. You know what I mean? But a lot of people not fortunate that, and a lot of people don't have support out here to come home to. They may have a home plan to come home to. And a lot of people was coming home. And during the time, their family died off, support system fell off, people went to jail, and they just stuck out here. So you got to be mindful when you out here operating outside of law, whatever you doing. Yo, youngins, whoever, grown men, think about this shit, man. The system is designed for you to go, stay, or come back.
And for the people that just watching, maybe this is their first episode, you're on parole until when again?
2048.
So they just looking for you to fuck up.
No, not. I ain't worrying about that.
I know you not.
Yeah, but you know it is what it is. That's the reality.
But just for the system, for the people to know that trap. Yeah.
I did 20 years. If you don't know, I did 20 years in prison. Went there when I was 17, came out 37 for some nut shit. So, I just try to get these cats the game out here, because everything teaches us to be a street nigga.
Right.
The music, everything, social media, like that's the most popular thing. That's how you're going to get the women. You will get the attention. You got to be cool. So I just try to warn people like, listen, man, it costs too much to be a criminal. There's other ways to go.
Absolutely.